Hey everybody, welcome back to another Space Engineers video. I've been doing some work off camera and got a little bit carried away. I had to backtrack since, if you guys watched the last video, you know that Space Engineers crashed when we were heading out to mine. So I kind of started with a bunch of that and then had to go back and redo a bunch of the stuff that we did in last video. So I was doing that, and then I got a little bit carried away when I was working on the control room. And I realized that I was doing a bunch more work than I should have been doing off camera, and as soon as I realized that, I hopped up there and started the video. So, as you see, we slapped together another little connection area for the mining rig. And out of necessity, I added a little control box over here that can control that for me. And time for the reveal. It's not done, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep it this way, but got the little path down and got the upside down catwalks over here. Got one that can actually sit in. Unfortunately, you can't see much over it. And got the actual button one that, speaking of which, I need to put the hangers onto that. There we go. Don't know, again, if I'm going to keep all this, but I got the little helm here. I figured maybe when I can safely put an antenna on the base and keep it running, once, I have guns and everything to defend myself, maybe this can be a little area to control some remote drones, because as long as you have the antenna and a remote control block on whatever you're wanting to fly around, you could, pretty much have a little drone that you can control from in here. Got some custom turret controllers here, since I know I'm going to set up at least 1 to 2 of the custom railgun turrets, so that it's an automated setup. And then got the programmable blocks. Got the air vents set up so that I can, not that it's necessary, but I can have oxygen in here. And I think I got everything back to what it was, but I'd have to really go back and check the footage from the previous video. But I even got the cryo chambers piped up, so I could hop into there and get my energy and hydrogen up. Didn't throw any lights back in here just because, the panel. There we go. And obviously I threw in a couple lights right there. So that was pretty much the gist of what I did. Like I said, I got a little carried away when I was building. I had an audiobook going and I was lost in thought, and it was until I was doing this that I realized I was getting way ahead of myself. Now I think I connected those air vents up, but I can't actually remember. Yeah, looks like I did. So I can slap on some oxygen tanks if I want. But first of all, we should double activate that one. I thought I was going to miss. Oh, yeah, still trying to chug through all the silicone. Is that really all the iron we got? Yeah. How's the ice? And we're out of ice again. It's a problem with having those generators up there. Blows through our ice, and since we haven't gotten any in a while, it's slowly ticking through that. And our little rover up here actually is out of power, which I think I will slap a small battery on and just make sure it's in the bot's range and disassemble it, because now that we have the good refiner and assembler, we can actually make the medical components needed, which we did so that we could get those cryo chambers down. Just gonna have to remember to slap down a survival kit somewhere so that when we die again, since we all know it's not an if, I will actually spawn at the base and not some random area and have to spend forever trying to get back. And I really buried this thing in good. Slowly rolling down. Yeah, I keep hearing the wolves, but I haven't spotted them yet. Oh. I keep losing power. I don't have enough power to actually ram him. There we go. This should be a good spot to disassemble her. Guess I already had it set to be able to grind neutral. You know, I know that was a small rover, but it went away very quickly. Travel kit Titan 2. I like it. Okay. We'll see if it was getting closer or not. I think for now I will slap it down in here. Ah, Christ. Did it not? No, that's all connected. Wait, does that not have a connection point on its back? Oh, damn it. That's annoying. Nah, except that would go through. Damn it. Guess it gives me a chance to actually use these. I would grab the small grid. You know what? I actually have a better one. And this room does need it. Now. Sweet. All hooked up. I'll do it on these two. Now, let's temporarily shoot a hole into here and put all the vents to depressurize. And since we're on Earth, that will quickly fill the tanks. Guess not quickly enough for my taste. We're gonna have to start hollowing out some room to move all this crap down to there. I think I might do like a little landing pad thing, and I don't know if I want to have like a interior walkway going down into the hangar from up there, or have it kind of like coming down around and then I could take this out and put just a little doorway right there. If any of you guys actually have a strong preference or opinion, I would gladly accept your guys' comments on what you think and anything you might want to see in the design. Doesn't help that I wasn't hitting any of the right keys. I do need to put a connection point. I might make this too thick. Not going to use heavy armor, but I might just make it too thick and then run the conveyor through that. Sweet. That's probably why. Yep. Kick it off. So that is entirely because the door to the hangar is still open and we still have all of this. Now, losing the air doesn't really matter too much because I think I might throw a air vent out here that's just permanently on depressurize. Don't know where. I think I'll just slap it down on the side of that one for now. So, that one will always just be sucking air in. So anytime I just, open and close and lose the air, that one will replenish it. Won't have to worry about the ice making it, blow through it, I should say. And that'll be good, because it'll keep that cockpit full anytime I do something stupid. Which, I think we'll do a quick ice run. The downside about having that one that way is, I actually have to reposition to leave. The old setup, I could just disconnect and back up. I think I might, if I have the resources, get a projector down and cast one of those fighter designs that I actually can't remember now if that was in the video that I showed, like I was able to post, I should say, or if that was part of the 40-minute video that I had to delete. Because if it's part of the one that I had to delete, then that would suck, because I showed you guys quite a bit on that one. Let's move over. Opening up my channel on my phone. Wouldn't have been in episode 8, might have been episode 7. But I'd have to mute myself and check that. I should probably get a better mining rig set up, especially for these thin veins like the ice. Or just get sorters to chuck all the stone out. Right now, bringing back the stone just gives me other resources that I don't have to go and mine myself. Still getting ice. Yes. Okay. Now, real quick, I'm going to check my phone. Okay. Just got done checking, and it was in episode 7, so you guys did see that, which I'm happy because I wasn't actually looking forward to having to go through all that again. So, as I was saying before I got completely sidetracked, I might throw up the projector to quickly get up a bunch of the, or at least 1 to 2 of the fighters, just so I have a backup one for when I inevitably crash or it gets blown up. What is with that? I was driving into the storm. As another thing, I definitely got to get like 1 more thruster on each side, because if I'm not paying attention to how fast I'm lowering myself, it takes a while to correct. But again, for a quick little one we stole early on in the game, it's served us quite well, especially with the abuse I've put it through. So even with the widening I did, it's still, plenty fits, but if you're coming in fast, it does not look like it. There we go. Brought back a decent supply of ice. So we have the cargo containers there. Question is, should we go down on our build, or should we burrow deeper in and then expand sideways? Because we'd have a good amount of room upward, but we'd have to expand quite a bit deeper. Because this is so it's like 12 blocks past. That being somewhere around here, probably, for where the building ends. So we'd still have to go a bit, and we couldn't even go fully. We might build a little bit down. I should have done the start of the build on a fatter part, like, I don't know, right there. Right here would have been decent. Still would have had the good view when it's not foggy, and I wouldn't have had to burrow so deep. So we probably will go a little bit more back and then down. Which for that I'll probably throw on temporarily more drills, just so I don't have to keep going over the same area. Like, put another drill here and there, and then one more on top and have it go across. That would completely cover the entirety of the ship. So we're still good on plates, which we should really be producing more. Even if it does piss through our iron supply, that is one thing we will always need a truckload of, is plates. Gets a bunch of everything queued. So let's say I think that would give a good amount of room for the hangar. Go over from that. We didn't. No, we did. Okay. Whew. Would have sucked if we hadn't gotten this place down yet. And there goes all the perks from living so long. Better health and
energy low.
Everything else. I really got to turn off spawning with tools. Yeah, food solo, I can't run yet. Yeah, the hangar still. I can't wait to be able to use that one. I haven't even spawned it in creative to see what it looks like yet. Now, the only thing is, with all the new drills, we will need additional power. Yeah, it would just be good to have it more power in general. Oh. I'm used to only having those messages popping up when the factions were either taunting each other or they were about to start a war. Power cells. Ooh, I think I had enough weight I can actually turn that other gyro back on. Nice. Ooh, thought just popped in my head. I don't know how much I will be posting or not for Christmas, like over Christmas and Christmas Eve or not, since I both work and then obviously we'll be coming home for the celebrating. So, kind of figured you guys would probably think it was obvious, but if I do not post anything, then do not be surprised, and I have not abandoned my channel again. Even if the last time was not intentional. It's the only part that I do not miss about my old job was the lack of free time. Pretty much everything else, though, I do miss about that other job. It was nice. My people I worked with were great. It was actually like a actual family, which I know, most businesses will tell you, when they're hiring you, oh yeah, we're like a family, but there it really was. There were some hiccups here and there, like when we got some new people that just did not work, but other than that, it was a good place to work. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that's in my area. And I hope you guys are enjoying everything that we're doing right now. As I said, I'm trying not to have too much grinding and all that when I'm recording for you guys, and I'm still a little hesitant about pausing the video since we had it crash so many other times. I mean, this recent test, everything went fine, so it could have just been some minor little glitch or whatnot, but it does make me a little hesitant to use it. That's also why I try to do so much of the grinding off camera. If I didn't, there would be a lot more videos, but they would all be of pretty much the same thing. I'm actually curious. Okay, the batteries are good. But I want to see where I am. From exactly where the drills are. Oh, we're a good ways. Oh, we're pretty much like under the cave that we dug for the rover. So over that direction, we're definitely good. And at this depth. A little thin here, so we wouldn't really be able to go sideways much. But I think we'd be able to, like, I don't know, 10 blocks? 10, 11 blocks to do it safely? This is the only tool that I really use that some people would consider cheating, but to me, it's just, going with the camera, so if you guys don't like it, I do apologize, though. And if you guys do not want to see me doing that while on video, then just leave a comment saying so, and I will do it. Nice thing is, now I can go into the cockpit view and not have to worry about clipping the top of the ship. As I've probably said before, I wanted to do Subnautica for you guys, but I really didn't feel like restarting it. I haven't really focused too much on like the different broadcasts and everything this time I've been playing through. I've just been kind of enjoying it and exploring myself without really thinking in terms of a storyline. Like, I know the last time I played, I definitely found something that was meant for way later in the game, and like I couldn't access it at all. And I do have Subnautica, I think it was Below Zero or Sub-Zero, whatever, but I have not played that one yet at all. When I bought it, originally, I still had my old computer, and that computer was at the limit of what it could do. If I had wanted to upgrade it any farther, I would have had to replace the motherboard and get an entire new tower to house everything. And it was just cheaper to save up and get the new computer, which I currently have, which serves me quite well. Still isn't like the best gaming computer, but it's probably like 4 or 5 times better than what I had when I was doing my videos last time. Now, this section is going to take a lot of plates. I think I should be able to go like the entire length of this ship. I really hope. I really don't want to punch a hole through. I mean, if I do, I'll roll with the punch, but there. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a corner around it so it's not just straight, because if I have more than one ship in it, even with it being long, it'd probably feel a little crowded. When I get done recording this video, it'll probably be the only one I'm able to do today. It's almost 10:30 at night here and I still got work tomorrow. I was going to record maybe 2 Space Engineers videos, but unfortunately we had a minor emergency over at my brother's and I had to go over and help him over there, and I will probably end up having to... Okay, that one was weird. Spend some more time over there tomorrow, so I don't know how much I'll be able to record and post over the next couple days. Since, while minor, it could lead to being a big problem if it's not handled. And with him having a toddler and a baby, we do not really want to risk anything of water damage that might come through, especially right now. Where I am at, it is pretty much just been constant rain and wind lately. Like, you know, the couple days ago, we had the power outage that town was fine, but like everybody that lived on the outskirts of town was pretty much without power for minimum of a day and a half, and some, like my coworker, were out of power for almost a solid 2 days to a little bit more than that. And we are still pretty much having all of those high winds and rain, so it's been kind of tedious lately. And I think once I finish hollowing out this corner, I will call it for the video. But I think even just bumping out that little bit right there should help us a lot, space-wise. Then I will figure out how I want to bump down. Or I could leave it up to you guys if any of you wanted to lend your opinion if we should do the hangar and then have a corridor go into a different part of the base, or should we put the refiners and assemblers in a kind of like back part of the hangar and do it kind of a big opening kind of thing. I've done both, but I am trying to think more. Can't think of the right word off the top of my head. Just been trying to do more fancy and less cluttered build, especially for doing the video for you guys. Normally, if I was just messing around doing this as a kind of a boredom game, anytime I was too bored to really commit to anything else, a lot of times I'd hop on here. Sometimes it turned out pretty good, but other times I spent a lot of time just hollowing out and digging cave networks and everything. Oddly enough, it was oddly relaxing. But I do think that should probably be good. Because if we expand the platform to kind of where the ship is now, into that little corner I just dug, that should be a good amount of room for a hangar. It would leave room for bigger ships or multiple readout layouts for fighters, which is something I had kind of a similar thing done on when me and my brother last played together, which was many updates and multiple DLCs ago. I had like 5 or 6 of the fighter that I preferred all lined up and fueled up and ammoed up, ready to go. Oh, yeah, I forgot that would be on auto. But I do think that that should be where we call it. I hope you guys have been enjoying, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. As always, if there's anything you guys want to see me do or improve, do not forget to leave a comment. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.